Okay, so this is going to be a quick overview of my 2-day old 2008 or 3-day old, whatever. Picked it up on Friday. Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. I haven't seen any other videos on these that are stock, so this is as stock as it gets. I will go ahead and point out certain modifications I've already made, just so you know, the general public can get an idea of what a stock TRD off-road, and I mean by stock I mean this thing is as basic as a TRD off-road model pickup goes. It's got no added options from the dealership at all. Any options installed were all aftermarket parts that I bought and then immediately put on. So since we're already over here at the back, we'll just start right here. This is a tunnel cover I picked up off of eBay for 350 bucks. So all down here, truck beds, it came with 4 of those tie downs. So if you're thinking about ordering a Tacoma, you don't need to order those. It'll come with the truck. It's got your standard 120 volt 100 amp 400 amp outlet. Ironically enough, I did have to use that to modify this tunnel cover a little bit using a 4.5 inch angle grinder and a sanding disc. So these things right here, the tie downs, those are stock. So if you're thinking about, you know, paying extra money to get them like it has listed on Toyota's website, you don't need to, unless of course you want to stick more in there. So this right here, this piece of plastic, that's your whole keep your tailgate from dropping really fast thing. Okay, so you come down here, you get your backup camera right there. Coming down here, this has got your 4-prong and your 7-prong trailer adapter. Now be fair warned, the Toyota Tacoma does not come with a brake controller. You'll either have to install that yourself or you'll have to get the dealership to install it. So come down here, there's your class 4 hitch. That, if you can see down through that hole right there, I don't know if it's showing up on the screen, but that's how you would stick your wrench in there to get your spare tire. There's the spare tire, your rear shock absorbers, rear differential, and so on and so forth. Okay, coming around, those are the stock 16-inch tires, stock wheels and rims. One coming around to the front, you've got your side mirrors. This is, you got your side flasher integrated right there, and then you got your front headlights, which I don't know, I've seen people complaining about them. I've driven this after dark, seems to work fine. Once again, I've only had this thing for 3 days, so still learning about how to operate the thing. So coming down here, that is your stock front mounted skid plate. So if you're worried you won't have a skid plate, there it is. Nothing spectacular, just a thin piece of metal. And then if you look underneath there, you can see there's yet another skid plate down there too. So once again, all part of your 2018 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. I don't know if I already mentioned this, but this is the manual transmission version of this truck. So come back here, and this is the one thing that I'm kind of like about, you know, on the new Tacomas. There's no security latch for that. Okay, so but there's your fuel filler. One thing I'd like to point out is it does say in the manual only put 87 octane in there. Okay, so I guess we'll start out in the back and look at the back. So I went ahead and put Husky liners in here, which you can tell are already doing their job after only a mere 3 days of use. So In case you're curious, these seats, they just sit down. They're not actually locked. See, I can just pull that up. I don't even have to touch the strap. There's your inside compartment. There's probably enough space in there where if you wanted to, you might be able to get away with a bolt action hunting rifle or something, you know. So, I'll worry about those later. And then we'll come back over here. There's your rear compartment with a set of 20-foot jumper cables in it. So, that's as far down as the seat goes with the seat down. Come run over to the other side. And there is your other compartment with another piece of emergency kit in it. So, you know, big enough you might be able to get away with throwing like a Kel-Tec KSG 12-gauge shotgun in there. Obviously big enough to throw a couple of ammo cans when you go hunting. So, I'm gonna come over here. Then we've got the inside here, cloth seats. You get a slider down in there, a few cables, glove box. I've got the manual out, it's inside the house. I've been studying that last couple of days. There is your turned off system. This does have integrated navigation. That's part of the basic package on the TRD off-road. And then it's got good old-fashioned environmental controls. So, then you've got your rear sliding window. I think people have already done videos on that. I don't think anybody mentioned before in other videos, you got a 12-volt power outlet right there. So, I'm swinging up the dash. So that'll come into focus. Your GoPro mounts like right there. Rear view mirror coming up to here. This is what controls your lights. Flip it over to here, turns them all on. Doors on. If you come up over here to this light, switch all the way to the right, turns it on. Sorry. Then over here, turns that on when the doors are open. But for that to turn on when the doors open, you have to have this in the door open position. You've got your rear differential lock. I've already played with that. That will only engage when you've got it in 4 low. Haven't done anything with either of these yet. And then, unlike the automatic transmission version of this truck, you get a sunglasses holder, which is fairly large. So, put a decent pair of sunglasses in there. And then, coming over to the visors, you've got, and this is on both sides, you got lighted visors on both sides. And then, this telescope's on both sides, kind of neat. Okay. You've got handhold right there, and then on both passenger sides in the rear you've got that right there. Okay, one other thing I almost forgot to mention when I was looking back here, you do actually have the hold downs right there. If you want to stick a child seat back here to be able to lock it in, you got those two right there, and then you got two right there. It does definitely work best if you put your kid's seat in the back. I've already done that too. There's your cup holders in the driver's seat, or in the doors. It's got those in, I think, all 4 doors. But I never want to stick beverages in the doors. Anyway, cup holder there. The wireless charging, I've been filming this on a Samsung Galaxy S or J7 Sky model phone. You're looking at probably $400+ in order to get a phone that'll actually work with that charging thing. So, just FYI. But that is a standard feature. There's no getting away from it to save money. Okay, coming over to the driver's side. You've got your 4 window controls. Just the driver and the passenger seat have the ability to automatically go up and down from what I've seen. Come over here. That's the light switch for activating your bed light back there. Your 400 watt, I don't know how you'd turn it to 100 watt, but you know, anyway. Power switch, that turns your auto lights on and off. Clutch start, cancel. In the manual it actually says the only time you're supposed to be using that clutch start cancel is when you kill the truck and then you're trying to start it on a hill. Once again, you got your Husky liners there. You know, clutch, brake, gas. So, and then you've got your e-brake, probably already saw that. And then there's your steering wheel, volume controls left and right, radar controls, lane departure warning. Haven't played with lane departure warning or radar too much yet. Still in the break-in period of the truck. There's your front display. Shows that the door is ajar. I imagine this thing's going to run its batteries out pretty quick anyway. So yeah, you've got your coolant temperature, tachometer, fuel gauge, speedometer. Haven't taken this thing over 70 miles an hour yet. Won't. It's only got 115 miles on it, so until we get over 1,000 it ain't going over 70 miles an hour. Couldn't find that in any manuals, but according to a few Dodge, Ford, etc. things, they'll tell you that extreme speed is, you know, I guess Dodge and Ford defines it as 70 miles an hour, so I'm going to keep it under 70 miles an hour till we get over 1,000 miles on this thing. So just a real quick shot of your 6-speed. This thing, it's hard over and then forward. That gets you into reverse. So when you buy this thing, don't be too surprised if you stall it out backing it up a couple of times. The reverse gear needs a little bit of working in. Anyway, so that is a tour of the crew cab, quad cab, manual transmission Toyota Tacoma. Hope you enjoy it, and hope this video will help your choices in truck buying. I will post updates on fuel mileage as we go. So we'll see how many miles per gallon I get out of my first tank. This truck had 2 miles on it when I picked it up at the dealership, so figuring out the first tank of gas should be pretty easy. Anyway, bye.